What's going on, YouTube? This is SG1 Sports, and you're watching our college football channel. Time for my Week 12 ranking projections. I'm a little bit under the weather, so this is probably going to be a really short video. I apologize, but I'm going to get through it the best that I can and at least show you the projections. So we'll start here with 21 through 25. I feel pretty confident this is where these teams will be. NC State's a 3-loss team that maybe they could sneak in here. Maybe Liberty gets into the top 25, but these feel like the bottom 5 teams. And I think this is probably the order they put them in, or close to this. And remember, if you go back to last week's video, I actually got the top 20 exactly right, except for Utah. I had Utah out of place, but the other teams were in perfect order. This week's a little bit tougher to project because there were a ton of teams that lost, and figuring out how far they're going to fall, that's of course the big question. 16 through 20 here. I do think Iowa and North Carolina move up a little bit as 2-loss teams. Arizona, a really hot team. I think they're up to 18. Tennessee at 17, lost to a good team, but the way they lost, maybe they fall more than that. Notre Dame didn't play, so maybe they don't move up that much. Again, it's kind of tough to project, but this is my best guess as to what those rankings are going to look like. Next, we go to 11 through 15. I think LSU clearly going to be the top 3-loss team. I don't think Ole Miss and Penn State, I don't think they're going to drop very much. They both lost to really good teams, 2 top 3 teams, so I don't think they're going to drop much. Oregon State still does not have a great resume. I'm a little bit confused as to why they've been ranked as high as they have, but I don't really see them changing much. Oklahoma at 14 after a very big win this weekend. And then we get into the top 10. I think Missouri jumps up some. I really do. That was a really good win over Tennessee. Their loss to Georgia looks even better after Georgia looked so good this last weekend. So I think Missouri's sitting there at 10. Louisville clearly going to be that lowest ranked 1-loss team. And, Alabama and Texas, I would have them ahead of Oregon. I think their resumes are much better, but committee has not had them ahead of Oregon before this week, and I don't really see anything that's changed that. So I think 6 through 7, that's going to stay the same. And again, you wonder, can Texas or Alabama, can they pass Oregon or Washington if those teams wind up finishing with 1 loss and winning the Pac-12? Right now, it doesn't look like they can, but we'll see. And then I think there's going to be a change in the top 5. I think there's going to be a change at number 1. I think Georgia will now be that number 1 team. Washington, a really nice win to add to their resume, but I don't think it's going to be quite enough. Maybe they jump ahead of Florida State. I don't really see that happening, though. And then I think that Georgia jumps ahead of Ohio State. They now have the best resume with wins over Missouri and Ole Miss. Talking about 2 potentially top 12 teams. And they look like the best team. And again, this committee definitely has been looking at how teams have been playing lately. Georgia playing like clearly the best team in the country, in my opinion. So I think they jump up to number 1. Ohio State's resume takes a hit with Penn State now losing their second game. Does Michigan jump ahead of Ohio State? I don't think so. Ohio State still has the better resume, even though Michigan did beat Penn State on the road. But I think they're going to stay in this order. Again, the only thing that I think might be different here is, could Washington potentially jump ahead of Florida State? I'm going to say no, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did. Again, their resume is looking pretty good with wins over Oregon and Utah now. So that's how I'm projecting it this week. Again, sorry for the short video. Hopefully we'll be able to get through the rest of the videos this week. Thanks for watching, and give me your thoughts and your projections on what the top 25 is going to look like this week down in the comments below.